coffee. Tastes good. So I guess things that come to my mind while I was cleaning, and I thought maybe I would talk about it, is moving around a lot as a nomad, or kind of staying put in one place for a while and then moving. I'm at a point where I like to stay in one spot. Even for the day, I like to go somewhere and spend the day. Or if I was staying at a park, I would just stay there for 2-3 days and not move. Because sometimes you do get tired of driving, or starting your van, and you just get comfortable there. You know what's going on there, and I like to stay. But the gal that I talked about yesterday, that she was tired of arguing with her husband and her sister, and she just hopped in her car, and she's in the same town as they are, but they don't really know that she's staying in her car. She said her husband would be probably upset if he knew, but something more to argue about, I guess. Let me bring this down. Oh, it's a little bit better. Yeah, so it just made me think, and when I got to the park this morning, said hi to her and everything, but then she was taken off again, and I thought that is so appropriate for somebody new. They haven't settled into it yet, and here comes a cute little dog. Oh, another cute little dog. Hi. Yeah. Let's see if we can get him. There he is. Most dogs here aren't on leashes. I've heard there's a really strict leash law in Reno, but it's not enforced. I think everybody's scared of everybody with the COVID thing. Nobody wants to confront anything about anything. It's sort of a free-for-all. But anyways, he's a cute little dog. I remember doing that when I first got started as a nomad. Oh my gosh. Go here and go there. It was just so cool to just drive wherever I wanted to go. I mean, it had a different purpose. Of course, when I lived in a house, I could go wherever I wanted to go, but I didn't really do it that often. It's kind of like, oh, well, go to the store, go to the library, or go do whatever you're going to do. Go visit somebody, but it's as if the road became my home. It was so liberating, and I just wanted to drive here and I wanted to drive there. That's what I did for 2 months that I was still in Tucson after I moved into it. And wow, I was just driving everywhere, and I noticed that this gal's kind of doing the same thing. Now, I have another friend who, shout out to him, he knows who he is, but I'm talking about him, so talking about his life, so I don't want to, may say his name. But now he's back in his minivan. But he's just driving all over the place. He's going here, there, almost. He's a tourist right now. He's just going here and going there, and that is so cool. But with me, I kind of stay in one spot now. Yeah. And he did mention, when I talked to him, he goes, yeah, I'm kind of tired of just driving here and driving there. I'd like to kind of settle in a little bit. At least for even a week, So that's that. I mean, when you first get back in your minivan, or you get in your minivan for the first time, it's like you can't wait to go. You can't sit still. You get in one spot and you go, well, I'm going to go someplace else. Let's go see something else. Me, I have really settled in, as you can see. I just settle in and like, I'm going to stay for the long haul. I go and I park at night. It's like going to bed. I go and I park where I go to park at night, but in the morning I wake up and I drive here and drive to a park. I've been checking out all the different parks. Park look like a shady spot, and I just stay for the day. Pull out my stuff and I stay for the day. And I stay in cities for a very long time. I mean, I'm used to it here. So my theory is, for whatever that's worth, yeah, everybody's got their opinions, you know, but my theory is that for me personally, I just want to live my life as I would if I'm in a house, because this is my life, and I'm just living it day by day by day. I'm living my life, and I personally don't want to be a tourist. I personally just want to, you know, live my life, do what I would normally do. Drink my coffee, which reminds me, here we go. Drink my coffee in the morning. Do my hair, stretch out, and do my exercises, do my yoga, stretching. It's not really yoga. I call it yoga. It's kind of like, you know, you say Google something. I don't go on Google and Google anything, you know. But although I do like Google, hello, this is YouTube, Google. You know, I go on other engines, search engines, to search out things. But we do say we Google it, and the same with yoga. Okay. You know, and I like to get my walking in, and I want to eat lunch, and I want to eat breakfast, and, you know, I want to relax with my phone and look up things, make videos. This is what I want to do. This is my life. So moving here and there and here and there all the time, oh, yeah. No, this is not my cup of tea. And even what I've noticed is a lot of nomads, they travel, they make a lot of videos, and they travel for like 6 months, and then the other 6 months they might go to work, and they work for 6 months. Everybody has their own style. So I guess you guys know my style if you've been watching me for a while. If you haven't, my style is I like to boondock. I like to go out, but I can't always get internet service because I'm making videos. I have to upload them. I have to download things for my videos, and so I like to have cell service. But so what I do is when I go into towns or cities, and I do like cities, not huge cities, not LA, not New York City, although I've been talking about Seattle, and I know that's a huge city. But I'm not going to go downtown. I'm not going to go into the main city. I'm just going to be on the outskirts, you know, enjoying what's around it, but still enjoying the advantages of being in a city, like lots of Walmarts and bigger Walmarts. Sometimes you go into a small city, they have a Walmart, and they call it a super center. It ain't there's nothing super about it. They need degrees of super. Super 1 and Super 2 and Super, you know. Yeah. Where did I go that had like, oh my gosh, it was like super. It was huge. Oh, well, in Tucson. If you're in Tucson, go to the Walmart on Tucson Marketplace Boulevard. It's in South Tucson. It's kind of a whole nother city. I've never really understood South Tucson, you know, yeah. But because it's got its own police department and everything, I think they still do. It's probably changed. But that Walmart is a super. And they own the parking lots. And the parking lot is huge, I tell you, huge. And it's like, when I was there, it was like RV City. Yeah. The reason I didn't really like it was because there wasn't any shade. They didn't have a lot of trees, you know, so there was no shade. So if you're in Tucson in the winter, the Walmart on Tucson Marketplace, book market. And when I was in the two years that I was in Cincinnati, it wasn't there, so it was built there. I had to go check it out. I was like, whoa. So I looked around. I wanted to see because it was so big, did they just have more of everything, or did they have larger variety? Well, they had larger variety. Their art department, like when you go in and you find pads and pencils and notebooks and things for kids at school, they had like all the really good art stuff. Yeah, like Strathmore. And all the really nice pencils, colored pencils, charcoals, and paper, everything. So, yeah, that's a good Walmart, and the RVs parked there. So, Okay, so the reason I even talked about Walmart was because if you go to a small town, yeah, you're not going to get as great of Walmarts, and great of variety. But if I go to a city, like I enjoyed Las Vegas, but I spent most of my time in Henderson because that's kind of an upper class area. It was nice. Yeah, even their secondhand stores were nice. Yeah. So, but even if you're in a big city, I'm not going to go down to the strip and hang out, or go. So that'd be like, well, San Francisco. I have not seen San Francisco. I would love to see San Francisco, but, and I would like to go into the city. That would be fun. But I hear there's a lot of poop everywhere. I asked one gal at work, she says, oh, she's really from San Francisco. I said, well, I got to ask you, a real person, is there poop everywhere? Because that's what they say. She goes, well, I'm really nice. She goes, I don't know. She goes, probably. But she goes, I'm from the outskirts. She goes, but I do go see she goes, it's gorgeous. She goes, you need to go see it. The Golden Gate Bridge, and yeah, that would be cool. Maybe someday, maybe not. I wouldn't mind going to Maine. Going to Maine would be so cool. And seeing the upper Atlantic coast. Yeah, that'd be cool. So I will do that someday. Well, now next summer, that might not be a bad idea. I'm going to Cincinnati next summer. Well, I have to because of my license. They think because I'm 67 that I'm probably going blind, so they have to check my yeah. Why do I wear sunglasses all the time? Well, one reason is the bright lights just they can give me a headache, and plus the sun. It's a little cool. Slouching. Sit up, young lady. Shoulders back. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Show the world that you're in charge or you're in control of your life. Okay, there we go. I did mention, I'll mention again, that Jordan Peterson, look him up on YouTube. I bought his book at my daughter's suggestion, and I bought the 12 Rules for Living. 12 Rules for Life, something like that. Jordan Peterson. He's a Canadian, and he's a professor, psychology professor, but he is, he has rocked the world with his ideas, and I enjoy listening to him. But the first rule for life was stand up straight with your shoulders back. That's how the elites are, and it shows. They give off this body language and energy that they are in charge, and people follow them. They're not followers. They're the leaders, and they present themselves as leaders, and people are ready, willing, and able to follow, because there's a lot of followers out there, as we have found out in the past 6 months. It's a reality. Uh-oh. It's a nice tree here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to walk around yet. I just want to get this out. And, yep, so today, so we talked about moving around. I'm at a point where I'll get ready to move around, and then I'll probably want to move around a little bit. But I'm at a point where I'm sort of at a nomad resting point. we need degrees of energy for nomads. Let me define this. I'll have to come up with some names, yes. I'm sort of at a resting point as a nomad. And I'm just looking around. And you can see by the photography that I've been doing, I'm back to doing that type of photography where I zone in on the little things. When you're resting, when you're going fast and you're moving all around, you see the big thing. You see the big picture. But when you're resting, this is just coming to me now, is that I can focus in on the little things. And so I've been taking pictures. I go through different phases. I've been taking photography. And I do believe that I have an iPhone 7 Plus, and it is superior. It was the largest leap of technology for cameras. From the 7 to the 7 Plus. Not the 7, but the 7 Plus. I didn't buy the 7 Plus for that, but that was a big advantage of my decision. Thank you, God, for leading me in that. So, what else did we talk about? Does anybody remember Barbara Woodhouse? She actually had a show, and I know she's got books out, The Barbara Woodhouse Way, and she actually had a show. I'll never forget it. She was so impatient with people that she goes, "No, hold it." She goes, "Well," and she would just roll her eyes and get really like snippy with them. And it's like, "No, you're not doing it right." The Barbara Woodhouse Way to train your dog, to walk your dog. And, I remember her. I also remember the dog whisperer, Caesar. I forget his last name, but Caesar. Oh, he was cute. Oh, yeah. I used to watch him. Way back when I used to watch him. I told my daughter, I go, I had a crush on him, I think. One of those faraway crushes, you know. It's like, ooh, he is so cool. But, yeah, he knew what was going on with dogs. They didn't show I wonder if there were any failures, you know, where you couldn't do anything with the dog. They probably didn't show those, you know. Yeah. Only the successes. Well, I think I'm going to go say hi to Red. His name's Red. And say hi to Sappo, his little dog. His little dog likes me. He's the one that was there, you know. And I'm going to start my day. I love you guys so much. I enjoy doing videos. Oh, well, obviously you enjoy them. You tell me you do. There's probably some that don't go, what's she all about? But you know what? I'll try to make it interesting. I'll do some photography and try to make it interesting for you, and with some photos I do. Love you.